Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Rams going up against the Jaguars.
Larry, this 2017 season has given us enough thrills to last a lifetime, and now only one game remains, and it's the one we've all been waiting for, as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to coverage of Super Bowl 52 from two-year-old U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. This is Leonard Fournette, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep, Dre Archer. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. across the 45. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. In motion right is Watkins. On first down, it's Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. So 2nd and 10 here. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try the air now with Goff. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
In motion right is Watkins. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Goff on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Telvin Smith able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Fournette, a first down carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Super Bowl 52 after this. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. Unable to get Ivory down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Fournette running right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. This is Ivory. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lambeau will put this one through. So these 2 teams will head back to their respective locker rooms here in Super Bowl 52 from Minnesota. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Gun, Goff. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Goff to Austin that time for an L.A. first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found his
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 67 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down following the run.
Here we go now. Watch him now. Party. Back down in that belly. Here we go. Over.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Let's go. Detroit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is Archer. And he'll finally be taken out of bounds just past the 40. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Gurley, handoff left. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Handoff, Fournette running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. No, check. Patriot.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go now.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2 minutes to go here in Super Bowl 52 from Minneapolis. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go now. Green 39, black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now a give running left for Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Rams have won the Super Bowl, and they will get the Lombardi Trophy. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Know your place, yeah, know your place, yeah. I got like right now, I'm impatient.